They say the early bird catches the worm, but for most of us, the worm is still hitting snooze. And while you think you are just buying 9 extra minutes, you are actually selling your morning to bad habits. If your morning routine looks like a hostage between you and your alarm clock, or your first conversation of the day is with your phone, it's time to plot a twist. Research says the first hours of your day are prime real estate for rewiring your brain, unlocking focus, and building the life that you actually want. And the best part, you can do it all before your coffee gets cold. Swisherman Styles welcomes you. Put on your life jackets, let's dive into the ocean of discoveries. How to rewrite and escape yesterday's bad programming. Your brain, your body, and habits. Here's the dirty little secret. The bed isn't the problem, it's the autopilot running your morning before you even open your eyes. Think about it. You are not really waking up, you are loading yesterday's operating system. The same thoughts, the same feelings, the same stress, just in a different t-shirt. Dr. Joe Dispenza says that your own thoughts and emotions can make you sick, and just as easily, they can also heal you. But here's the catch. After 35 years on this planet, 95% of who you are is just a memorized habit. Automatic, recycled, and predictable. That means most of your day isn't you, quote unquote, deciding what to do. It is your body remembering who it was yesterday, and the day before, and the year before. To see the facts, you are just rerunning an old program. And if you think this is bad, wait until you realize who's been hitting this play button all this time. The hardest habit to break is not sugar, it's not caffeine, it's not even doom scrolling. It's you. You've been rehearsing this character for decades. Same thoughts, same feelings, same reactions, same beliefs, until your brain can run the whole show without you even paying attention. Remember, neurons that fire together wire together. Every time you think the same thoughts and feel the same feelings, you are literally strengthening the circuit, like laying down a deeper groove in a record. Eventually, the needle has no choice but to play the same song over and over again. And the worst part, you think that song is you. It's not. It's just the version of you your brain is most comfortable remembering. That's the fact. But here's where it gets interesting. If you wired it in, you can wire it out. The first few hours of your day holds the key. But to use it, you have to break a hidden cycle that's been running your life without you knowing. Here's the hidden cycle you didn't know was running your life, and why your mornings are the key to breaking it. Every thought you have sends a chemical signal through your body. Those chemicals create a feeling, and that feeling influences the next thought you have. And it goes like thought, feeling, round and round, like a psychological merry-go-round. And like any good theme park ride, you don't notice you are trapped on it until you realize you've been going in circles for years and the music starts getting annoying. This is the thought-feeling loop we're talking about. The longer you stay in it, the more it feels like you. Not because it's who you are, but because it's who you've practiced being. And this is why your mornings matter. When you wake up, your brain is in a more suggestible state, drifting between sleep and full alert. That's your window to stop recycling yesterday's thoughts and plant new ones. You can either wake up and reload yesterday's stress, or you can wake up and preload tomorrow's possibilities. The loop isn't a problem, it is which loop you choose to run. They say knowledge is power, but it's not. Knowledge is only potential power. Until you practice it, it's just a theory. Call it self-empowerment because the moment you act on knowledge, you make it real. The more you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, the easier the how becomes. And if you explain it, repeat it, and remind yourself of it, you are no longer dabbling, you are rewiring. When you line up your behavior with your intentions, when your actions equals your thoughts, your mind and body start working together. And that's when new experience begins. An experience enriches your brain circuits. It releases chemicals, and suddenly you feel whole, empowered, grateful, and unlimited. That's when the body gets to understand what your mind already knew. Now, knowledge isn't just in your head, it's in your biology. You are embodying truth. Philosophy becomes chemistry. And when you repeat this long enough, your body learns it so well that it no longer needs your conscious mind to remind it. It's innate. But here's the danger. Most people never get this far because before they can put knowledge into practice, something hijacks their mornings. A trap so small that it fits into your head and so powerful that it rewires you back into yesterday's loop. The distraction trap. This is the first thing most people touch in the morning. Not their dreams, not their goals. This. And before you even make it to the bathroom, you've already given your attention to 37 strangers, 12 cat videos, and at least one breaking news headline about something you can't control. Congratulations, you've just handed over the most creative, clear-headed part of your day to an algorithm designed to make you react and not think. The problem here is that reactive state fires up the same neural pathways you've been trying to rewire. Remember the thought-filling loop from chapter 3? Your phone is basically a daily shortcut back into it. You start your day consuming, not creating, responding, not choosing. And once you've trained your brain to look outside of you for direction, you've already lost control of the inside. You can't wait for the external world to give you permission to feel alive. You can't wait to get rich before you feel abundant. You can't wait for a relationship before you feel love. You can't wait for healing before you feel whole. That's the trap. When we live like that, your emotions are chained to circumstances you don't control. But when people learn to feel those emotions ahead of the event, to live as if their future is already happening, something changes. They rise above the self-doubt, above the old habits, above the low self-esteem. They stop romancing the past and start romancing the future. I say this in Dr. Dispenza's voice. Sure, making new choices feels uncomfortable at first, but do it consistently and your biology literally begins to change to match that elevated state of self. Every morning becomes a rehearsal of your future instead of a rerun of the past. And if you keep doing that, one day you arrive at the very place you once imagined. Trust me. But knowing this isn't enough. To lock it into your brain and body, you need a simple routine. One practice that turns your morning into the most powerful rewiring tool you will ever have. So, how do you disinfect the infectious thought-filling loop? dodge the distraction trap, and actually rewire your brain before 10 a.m. Step 1. Get still. Before the world comes knocking, before you check your single notification, give yourself a blank canvas. That means no TV, no inbox, no doom scrolling. Step 2. Set an intention. Not a to-do list, an intention. Think, who do I want to be today? Because if you don't decide, your autopilot will. And let's be honest, autopilot you usually just wants a coffee and a Wi-Fi and it's cool to go. Yet with intention, you are in charge of the wheel and you control it if it's going off track until your newly desired normal becomes subconscious. Then it's now an updated version of your autopilot. So you can trust it and let it play. Step 3. Feel it. Not just the thought. The emotion is also key. Your brain doesn't rewire from logic alone. It actually learns from experience. So, imagine your future self until you can feel it in your body. Let your body become the proof before the world catches up and stay in that state for as long as you can. Now, this is where the neurons that fire together wire together in your favor. You are literally teaching your brain a new loop, one that supports the version of the you are trying to become. And the beauty of it is, you don't need a 4 a.m. wake-up call or a $5,000 retreat in Bali to do it. 15 focus minutes is just enough to start changing the chemistry of your day. The difference between having a vision in your head and actually living it is time. The longer it takes, the easier it is for you to doubt it. No two ways about it. But if you can shorten the gap between your thought and experience, you start to believe it's possible. Note this: same thoughts leads to same emotions. Same emotions leads to same choices. Same choices leads to same actions, and guess what? Same choices give you the same experiences. It's like a deja vu with a laundry. But when you start having new thoughts, those create new emotions. New emotions drive new choices. New choices fuel new actions, and those actions give birth to new experiences. That's not just habit change, it's an evolution. But here's the thing, having the procedure, having the vision, and even feeling the future in your body doesn't really matter if you don't cross the last barrier. This is where most people stop. Not because the procedure doesn't work, but because they can't commit to doing it every morning. You know, it's easy to try something once, maybe even twice, but your brain loves the comforts of the old loop, and it will fight to pull you back. Neuroplasticity is a double-edged sword. The same way you can wire in a new pattern, you can wire this new pattern right back out if you stop practicing. Real gap isn't knowledge, it's commitment. Showing up for yourself when no one's watching. Protecting your mornings like your life depends on it, because it does. And here's the truth: if you can win your mornings consistently, you can change your life consistently. That's the trade-off. That's the deal. So the only question left is, will you close the gap? So, you've seen the loop, you've spotted the tracks, you've learned the procedure, and now you know the gap you have to close. Your mornings aren't just the start of your day, they are the launch pad of your future. And let's be honest, if Elon can launch a car into space, you can launch yourself out of bed with a rewired brain. The best part? You don't need to change your whole life before breakfast. You just need one conscious step before your coffee gets cold. So here's the challenge: win your mornings, rewire your life. The choice is yours. Every single sunrise starting from tomorrow. And if you are ready to take the next step, hit subscribe because this is just the beginning.